It's France's moment of truth. The stage is set for the decisive second round of snap elections. The runoff will determine the makeup of the French National Assembly. 501 out of 577 seats are up for grabs in the runoff. 289 will be needed for absolute majority. Ahead of voting in the mainland France, voters in France's overseas territories and those living abroad cast their ballots. First French region to vote was Saint-Pierre and Miquelon, a small French archipelago off the coast of Canada. They were followed by residents of French Caribbean territories, including Guadeloupe, Martinique, as well as French Guyana in South America and French citizens living on the United States. Polling stations in the Pacific territory of New Caledonia opened next. People in mainland France will start voting at 8 a.m. local time. Polls will close by 6 p.m. when projections of seat numbers are published. As voters prepare to cast their ballots, the stakes are high for the future of France's political landscape. French voters appear to oscillate between hope and worry. While several welcome the change promised by the far-right National Rally, others remain faithful to Macron and his track record.
I saw the map of voting in France and it scared me a little bit because the majority are with the RN. So obviously I don't feel very well. I think there are many of us who have this feeling. Many of us who are afraid for France, for the future.
It is not an anti-Semitic party, far from it. On the contrary, there have been representatives of the Jewish community who asked that we vote for the National Rally, whereas 30 years ago, we would never have said that about the National Rally, which used to be called as the National Front. So while it was considered an anti-Semitic party, today I think that it is not an anti-Semitic party, it is not an Islamophobic party, despite what some may think. So I think why not? It's a party that has never been in power. We still have hope.
Opinion polls indicate far-right National Rally and its allies are expected to secure between 205 and 230 seats in the runoff vote. However, it will fall short of absolute majority. New Popular Front is likely to win 145 to 175 seats, while Macron's centrist bloc to end up with 130 to 162 seats. More than 200 candidates have withdrawn their candidacies to block National Rally coming to power. However, such uncertainty remains if voters will go along with these efforts to block Marine Le Pen's far-right party. If the vote is in line with the latest surveys, the election will deliver a hung parliament. Let's take a look at possible options if the outcome is a hung parliament. The mainstream parties can pull together a coalition. Otherwise, they can opt for ad hoc alliances to vote through individual pieces of legislation in the new parliament. It is possible that none of the three groups will be big enough to govern alone. In such a case, it can reach a coalition deal or provide assurance it can run a viable minority government. This will lead to France risking political paralysis. As a result, with little or no legislation adopted, a caretaker government will run the basic daily affairs. For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.